All right, Judy, you're up.
I'm up.
Jeff,
Yeah.
Frank Dowd should be here.
Oh, he is here?
He should be. He's was going to meet us. He has the link. I'm at home. He has a concert tonight at school, so he's going to do that before he goes into the concert.
Well, at least if a parent's here, I'll mark him present.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. If at any point you have a question or want something clarified, just raise your hand. And I tend to talk fast, so you can just tell me to slow down. So first of all, we wanted to just let you all know that Upward Bound is not just a summer program. We do work with students year round. So what do we need? We're a college prep program. So this is what we expect from our students. That you said you wanted to go to college someday, or thinking about it at least. That's why you're all in this room. We want students to maintain at least a 2.5 GPA. If you're a little bit below that right now, that's totally fine. We know, but that's just our end goal. By the time you graduate, we want you at 2.5 or a little bit higher. Take rigor coursework, and we'll get into that this summer with students and a little bit later in this presentation. But colleges, in order to be admissible in the future, you need to take certain classes in high school. So one of those is like foreign language, for example. A lot of students aren't taking foreign language anymore, but we really encourage students to take foreign language because it looks good in a college transcript or a high school transcript. Our participation expectations. So there's about four major things we do during the academic year that we want students to participate in. One is monthly school visits. So Pachi here is our academic coordinator. She comes around to the school about once a month. She always lets students know when she's going to be there. You'll get a text message or a letter or the calendar in the mail. And those are just kind of like monthly check-ins. Say, hey, how's it going? Here's some resources for you, what you need help with, those kinds of things. Sometimes she does a little college prep activity. Then every fall and every spring, we have what's cleverly called the Fall and Spring Workshop. That is usually a Friday night and a Saturday, and we bring all of our students together. Sometimes it's here on campus, sometimes it's up at Tree Haven or a hotel somewhere. And we just do a whole bunch of college readiness activities. We have guest speakers. We have college students who come and work with the students on presentations on just different topics that they need in order to get ready to go to college someday. So it's once in the fall, once in the spring. So we highly encourage your student to participate in these things so they can get the most out of the program for what they put in. We also have a free tutor.com service. This is totally free service that we provide to our students. They will each get an account, and tutor.com, they can log in if they like to do homework at 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh, I really need help with this math homework. They can log in and get a tutor and have somebody help them with their math homework. There's also a really nice paper drop feature with tutor.com. So if you're writing an essay and you want somebody to look it over, you can upload it and somebody will give you some feedback on that. So that's totally free. So we encourage students to use that. And then of course, the summer session, which is what we're all basically going to talk about tonight. Come to as many as you possibly can in your 4 years. So like your freshman, you have your 1 week experience. And then after that, it's a 5-week experience here on the campus. And that really gives you a really good look into college life, living on a college campus and doing all sorts of classwork and college readiness activities to get you ready again to go to college. That's our end goal, right? That's why you're all here. So, all right. All right, Jeff is going to talk about our website.
I got it. All right, you guys. So please familiarize yourself with our Upward Bound website. You can get there by scanning this QR code. Otherwise, it's just easy to remember. uwsp.edu/upwardbound. And you can also just Google UWSP Upward Bound and it'll bring you that to our website. Anytime you want to know, like, when's this happening, or what do I need to do for that, or where's the flyer for this, or where do I get dropped off, or when do I get picked up for that, you can find it on the website. So I'm going to pull that up here in a second. And of course, everything's blocked by my Zoom. All right, so this is our, this does not. This is our landing page. The first thing that you're going to want to note is that this is a temporary link here for summer information. So anything that you want to refer to about the summer, this presentation will be there. The recording will be there. Everything that you want to know about summer should be there. And if it's not, you can always email us or call us and figure that out. Our tutor.com login is there. All students in the academic year will have 24-hour access to a tutor, which I think you were talking about that. I wasn't listening to you. Thanks. As usual, right? If you guys have any friends that want to apply to Upward Bound, feel free to share that with them. So the main thing that you got, oh, look at, please stand up, Alicia. This is our lovely Alicia from NACA. She had some really nice things to say about us, but you can also see some of our other students here. Any of the events for Upward Bound will always be posted here, and it's in chronological order. So you can see we have our May school visits. You can click here and this will pull up the calendar. Obviously, you guys all made it to orientation, so good job. I'm assuming you found this. Usually the flyer registration, and then if there's a Zoom link, it'll be posted on that event. Senior send off, none of you are seniors, so that doesn't apply. And then the information again for freshman focus or the 5-week summer program. This is also a link that takes you to the summer page. Both of them are the same. On here, we have a little brief intro about the summer programs. If you need the information for Camp Doc, I'm sure Cindy or Judy let you know out there. You can use the link. New students, very first time we'll use this link. There's directions to do that. The directions are for a computer though, so or a Chromebook. So just keep that in mind. And then if you're a returning student, you can just go log in. We'll talk about Camp Doc a little bit later. Freshman focus, that's June 17th through the 23rd. So you guys are only here for 1 week. If you are a peer coaches are older students in the program who will be juniors or seniors that are mentors to the new kids coming in. Every new student will be assigned a peer coach. It's kind of like an older brother that's probably better than your real sibling. And they'll help you acclimate to the program. If you want a checklist of, hey, what did I need to bring to freshman focus? Here's an extensive list for you. This is directions on arriving to campus for freshman focus, and this is the information on departure, okay? For the 5-week summer session, it's a little bit longer. What do I bring? Information here. Student arrival. Okay, we have a weekend break, July 21st through the 23rd, so information on that. Student departure, and then also information on our honors trip, which is August 11th through the 13th. We always go out of state for that, so this year it's not too far. We're going to Minneapolis, but we always conclude the summer with a trip. Not everybody gets to make that. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is, I'm going to be talking about student checkout in a little bit. In one of the coming up slides, but if your student needs to leave for like an appointment, or maybe you just have like a birthday or a wedding or something like that, or maybe they're just homesick and want to go home for the weekend, you're going to use this form to check them out, okay? So you'll go to this website and then click the checkout form, and it's a pretty standard form, and you're going to do this every time for every day. Okay, so if they're leaving multiple times, you can't unfortunately do it. And we do this because it's a headache. We have, 70 students on campus that we're managing. And when students are trying to leave and come on campus, we have to manage that. And because we're technically a camp, we have a camp license and through the state of Wisconsin, and we have to follow those rules. And so when parents are just showing up and saying, hey, I'm going to take my kid shopping, or, oh, hey, they have an appointment, and you didn't tell us, it slows down our mojo because we have to account where every student is on campus at all times. So please make our job easier and fill this out. This year is a new policy that we want you guys to figure this out before the camp starts. You can fill this out tonight or anytime between now and the first day. But if you want to plan, like if you have a wedding, fill this out. If you have an appointment, make it not, or schedule that. If you know they need to go to the dentist at some point during the time, but you don't know, make the appointment prior. Okay. We spent like 90% of our time last summer, like managing students coming in and out, and it was super unbearable. So please come to summer knowing when you're leaving. Okay, we had some students that were parents, some would just show up and they're like, oh, we're just gonna take them for a little while. But it ended up being like every day and it was a lot of work on our end. So please be respectful of our time and try to plan your time accordingly. And just so we want your students to be safe, right? If your students are leaving, we need to know that. You would want us to know that they're gone, right? So please help us this year. This is something new. We'll remind you at check-in. So when you check in and come here at the beginning, we're gonna just confirm like, hey, do you have any dates that you need to leave? Okay. Now there's some one-offs where it's like maybe there's a funeral that came up that's obviously unplanned, or maybe someone's just really homesick. We'll make exceptions, but generally like this, and then you can use that form still, but use that sparingly, okay? Give us, way advance notice.
Because it's gonna be where it happens one.
All right, so our administrative staff, I'm Jeff Christensen. I'm the advising specialist with Upward Bound. I've been here for over 6 years. I always tell people that this is the best job I've ever had. I seriously have so much fun. I used to work at like 5 other universities, and I've always worked in financial aid. While I liked helping families with their financial aid and stuff, working with high school kids is so much more fun, like helping them figure out what they want to do with their life. So I find a lot of fulfillment in it, and I put in a lot of work and energy into the students, and I hopefully you see that. But also I also manage our peer mentoring program, and then I also help seniors as they transition to college. So anyone that's going to be a senior next year is going to take a class with me called College Readiness 12. We're basically planning for college. Like they're going to be filling out their apps, writing their college essays, preparing for financial aid. Like I promise you, your kid will be so ready for college in comparison to any other student that's in their school that's not in Upward Bound. So, all right, Judy.
Actually, I think it's Pachi.
Oh.
But do you need this?
All right, hi guys, my name is Ashley Powell. I'm gonna be academic coordinator for Upward Bound. I was also a student at the program.
Pause a second. The online people, can you hear her talk without?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Online.
Okay, yeah.
Well, no, it's.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm also a student in the program when Judy and Jeff were my mentors and now. So it's super cool. And then we also have Cindy. She's sitting out there waiting for other students to come in. She's the one that sends all the paperwork to you guys. So this is.
You guys
our
remember
admin
all that
staff.
paperwork you filled out? That's her fault.
And then I also want to introduce the resident hall staff. Brendan has been our hall director for the past couple of years. And then we have Chloe. She is our healthcare admin, and then we have Jackie, Lucy, Arlene, Megan, Vivian, and Justin are all students that go here. And then Casper is a student from Madison. And this is gonna be the people that will be with your students this summer. They'll be living in the dorms and kind of monitoring the students. So here we are. These are peer coaches. Do we have any peer coaches here? I know we do.
Stand up.
Stand up if you're a peer coach. So these are, like Jeff said, they're gonna come to a 1-week leadership training to freshman focus, and it'll be a lot of fun. So here are peer coaches.
You have to prepare your speech.
Okay, this next part is all about some healthcare things that parents need to be aware of. So Camp Doc, the university entered into a contract with a software company called Camp Doc, and this is how we collect all your health care information on your student. So most of you have this done. I know some of you have been having some issues getting logged in. If you're on your phone, that's probably why. So I suggest trying a laptop or a desktop or a Chromebook and see if you can log in. You are mailed instructions. We also handed instructions to some of you who still have to do this. It's actually really, once you get your login and password, it's actually pretty easy. It just guides you through the whole thing with that. You might see some options to like buy additional insurance or buy this for your kid. Don't just decline that's just Camp Talks trying to make money. So we don't want you, like, you don't need labels for your students' clothing. You don't need any of that stuff. So, yeah, yep. So please finish that Camp Docs profile before your student arrives on campus, because we have to have all that information, like what their food allergies are, what their what medications that they need, and all those kinds of things. So. All right, so I can't find the upward bound sessions on Camp Docs. You had to kind of scroll, like it'll when you register for this session, you'll have to scroll all the way down to the bottom because we're start with the letter U. So you have to kind of just keep scrolling. So you see that we need you to register for both freshman focus and the academic year 23-24 academic year, or the 5-week session plus the 23-24 school year. If you're a peer coach, you need to do freshman focus, 5-week session, and the 2023-2024 school year. So some of you did one but not the other, but we already put you into that. So I think everybody here going forward, if you have Camp Docs done, we already have you in where you need to be. Immunization information. If you don't have that handy, you can go to the Wisconsin Registry and pull that up and just upload it into Camp Docs. And if you have a student has asthma, you'll need to complete an asthma care plan, which is on Camp Doc. That's just telling you what your student does normally, but they have an asthma issue. And then updates and changes can be made anytime. So like if your student comes to camp and they're taking this medication, but then 2 weeks later it changes, you can always just log in and change that and let us know that updated. Okay. All right, communicable disease and COVID symptoms this year. We do not have any specific COVID protocols, yay. But obviously we still need to be concerned about it a little bit. So I'm not gonna read all of this stuff, but this is basically just saying some things we're gonna do to make sure that we don't spread any communicable disease. And that means anything from a simple common cold to like pink eye or strep throat to COVID. So so the main thing I want you to know is just what our COVID protocols are. If our students, we do keep COVID tests on hand. So if your student should be experiencing any symptoms, we will give them a rapid test. If it tests positive, then we have a room that we, like a health center room, that we let them wait in until a parent can come pick them up. So we don't give you a call and say, hey, your student, and then you can come back after 5 days or whatever the doctor advises. So, and if it's negative, then we just go on our merry way, and that's that. So nothing too there. General health care and medications. So prescription medications, that's why we need you. It's very important that information in Camp Docs is all up to date. When your student checks in to the summer program, they will need to come to the health office and turn in all their medications. Since everybody's under 18, they cannot keep any of that stuff, even over-the-counter medications they cannot keep. We keep a supply of over-the-counter medications like Benadryl or Aleve or ibuprofen, those kinds of things on hand, so if a student needs it. Their medications must be brought to the program in their original prescription bottle. You can't put them like in a little daily thing. They need to be in the regular prescription bottle. Students who take meds will have 3 times a day, according to when the students need their medication. They will come to the health office, and our healthcare person, Chloe, will give them their medications. So if at any point the medications should run out, we would let you know that we're running low. If you want to bring those, that's fine too. They just always need to be in the original container. So, all right. Accident insurance. We do carry accident insurance for our students. So like if they're outside playing volleyball and they sprain an ankle and we have to take them to urgent care, we will let parents know that this is what we're doing, or if that's what you want us to do. And then there will be a whole process that we will send you the forms to fill out in order to make the claim for the ER bill or whatever. So the accident insurance will not cover something that was not like a sanctioned program activity. So like if you and your friends decide you're going to climb the tree outside the residence hall and you fall, guess what? That wasn't on your calendar of activities, stuff, things to do. So that ER bill might be on your parent, the guardian. So, all right, time for a Kahoot break.
All right, let's see who's paying attention, get your phones ready, we're gonna start with the game, I have a cool prize box down here, so you don't wanna miss out on this. We have Jessica's old things and some other fun stuff. Jessica used to work right up. It's not- Oh, if you're online, well, I'll have to figure something out. We'll record your name and. She already is cool with it this month. Parents can play too, increase the odds that your parent wins. Your parents thought they didn't have to listen. What?
Player limit reached.
Sorry, we're gonna have to go with, I'm not about to put my credit card in, so sorry, we're gonna have to start. You were too slow for those that didn't get in. Which of these names is not the name of an upward bound office staff member? Come on, why is this taking so long? But Cindy, my name is not Jerry, the one person who did that. I'm Jeff. All right. Jordan, is Jordan here online?
He's here.
Jordan Patterson. What is the name of the online platform where the students' health information is stored? Camp Doc. No S. I had to go through our PowerPoint after I made this and take all the S's that Apache put in. Camp Doc. CampDoc.com. Nice, Jordan. RT. Who's RT?
That's me, Ryan Tell.
Oh. When in Camp Doc, you should pay for any optional extra insurance or add-ons that you think will be helpful. True or false? Oh, Camp Doc got two of them. They got two people's money. No, you should not pay for any additions. They'll try to sell you stuff. Look, the University of Wisconsin system made us use Camp Doc, we didn't, so if you're upset with Camp Doc and all it's whatever, like, that's not us. And don't fall for their things to try to sell you stuff. It's okay for students to keep their own medications with them as long as it's over-the-counter medication. Nice. That's false. Every medication needs to be turned in. Unless it's an EpiPen, about that. If you have an EpiPen or carry that.
Or a
I
healer.
don't want to lunch you every time you agree. All right. When you bring your medications, how should they be packaged? Bad question. I knew I'd get somebody with a blue one, I knew it, there were 5 of you. In the original container, yes, they need to come in the original container that they were in. You do not put them in a pill counter, don't mix them all together in a goodie bag. Okay, I'm glad no one answered yellow. And then, don't put them in bags to help us out and write whatever it is, it needs to be in the actual package. Who's Andrew? Andrew here? Andrew, come on down. Liam, come on down. Are you here? Liam's not here. Liam, and Oregon, all right, come on down. We have, okay, there's one of the shirts. There's somewhere downstairs from last summer. We have a really nice boss lady, one boss lady. We have upper down trio, there's candy, you can pay like the candy too. All All right, good job, everybody. Most of you were listening. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, moving right along. We have another one, don't worry, there's another chance to win or get in. Check in, that's you.
Alrighty, so when you guys check in, we recommend you to park your car and then come with your medications to the health office, which is actually the kitchen on the first floor. You're gonna meet with Judy and Chloe, our healthcare admin, and you guys we're gonna collect your medications and make sure that you have a camp docs and all your health information is updated. After that, you're gonna go to the front desk where you will get your room key as well as a wristband. Your wristband is basically your ticket to get into the GO, our dining facility. And if you lose that, it's $5, so don't lose that. Next, you're gonna go meet with Brendan, our hall director, to make sure that we have all the dates that you'll be gone in the summer. And then after that, you'll be able to move into your room, and after you move all your stuff to your room, parents can leave and then students are gonna go to the basement to get school supplies, and then we'll have activities outside. Peer coaches will do activities with the students, and then we'll have dinner and orientation. Any questions on check-in?
I have a question. Hello? No, I can't hear anything. Hello?
Oh, my mic went off. All right, can you hear us? Online, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. It was kind of
Yes,
weird.
and I do believe someone has a question.
Yeah, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yep,
Go ahead.
So this check-in, I guess, document that's showing up here, is there anywhere where we could get this information so we don't have to write everything down?
Yes, we're gonna mail this information out to you guys, so you don't have to memorize it.
it's also on our website under this, on the summer page. Or it will
Okay.
be.
Okay. sounds
Yes,
good.
great question, thank you.
Right, does anyone else have a
Oh,
question?
maybe they are dying. Hanson.
That Hanson called this summer. Did you have a question back there? Code of conduct. Is everything good? Oh no, our mic died. Sorry for all the tech issues. All right, so the code of conduct.
Voice check to make sure they can hear us online.
Yep, can you guys hear us online because our mic died?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. All right, please be on time, especially for getting on the bus for our trips. We plan these trips in advance and we tell the people that we're gonna be there at a certain time. So it's good for everyone to be on time. Please be respectful to our staff, our campus, and each other. On campus, you are representing Upward Bound. That's what I was looking for. All right, and then as you guys can see, please don't cheat. This is an academic program, so no cheating, plagiarizing, they're considered serious offenses. And as students, please complete your homework in the summer as well. Otherwise, you will get a deduction from your stipend. And then please follow all the rules set by our hall director. As far as dress code goes, we know that in the summer it can get kind of hot, but just make sure that you don't wear fashion that displays violent language or images, hate speech, profanity, pornography, accessories that could be considered dangerous or could be used as weapons. Just wear something you'd wear to school. Any questions on dress code? All right, Jeff, you're up.
All right, schedule, stipends, and timelines. Oh boy, okay, I didn't prepare for this one. All right, freshman focus, where are my freshmen here, or freshmen next year, raise your hand. We got a lot of you, we had 35 plus, like 33, okay. I tend to exaggerate, good, welcome you guys. I know it's hard to decide that you might want to go on to college when you're an 8th grader, but I think you've made the right choice. So, you guys are only here for 1 week. We're easing you into this, all right? So, this is super hard to see. Don't worry, the schedule will be given to you, all right? But basically, you check in on a Saturday. Our Upward Bound t-shirts, like you can see the example that we had before that Pachi held up, they're gonna be white this year, but then we're gonna tie-dye them because the theme is create your destiny. So hence like my little coloring project that only 3 of you did. Then we're gonna have brunch, we'll have a scavenger hunt. We'll do Sculpture Park. It's probably not as cool for those of you that are already live in Stevens Point, but remember we have students from all over central Wisconsin. And then we'll do some icebreakers and stuff. So we'll basically spend that Sunday getting to know each other. Oh yes, Saturday is that the pool party? So yeah, Saturday's check-in and pool party at the city pool. Monday, so every day in the morning, we'll kick off with like these breakfasts and announcements, and then we'll do Upward Bound 101. So that's kind of, it'll be a class taught by me, Judy, and Pachi. And it's just basically about like, you know, how to be a high school student, and then also how to participate in Upward Bound. So it's very easy, it'll be fun. Then we'll have some writing, current events, a STEM thing, a career exploration throughout the day. Have dinner in the evening, there's volleyball and board games. So anytime there's a sports thing, like you don't have to participate. I hated sports when I was a kid, and like if you told me I had to play a sport, I would have like cried. But so you can always sit on the sideline if you want, or there'll be alternate activities. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but basically there is some classwork type stuff. Generally like to make it fun and hands-on, because we know you're giving up your summer, and then the evening will conclude with something more on the fun side. On Wednesday, we're taking a field trip to La Crosse. We're going to take a riverboat cruise down the Mississippi River. So if you haven't been on a boat or on the Mississippi, here's your chance. Let's see, we're gonna do a UWSP campus tour. So this will be I'm assuming probably your first college tour. Most 8th graders don't go on college tours. We start you early in Upward Bound. By the time you're a senior, you're gonna be so sick of seeing different colleges, you'll know which one you wanna go to. We're gonna start with UWSP, but of course, like throughout your years, you'll get to see all kinds of campuses, okay? We're not recruiting you to come here, but this is a college that often many of our students come to. There'll be a talent show that Thursday night. Friday's our last day. So parents basically, there'll be a time and check it or pick up information on how to do that. And then the kids, they'll have a presentation to put together, right? So parents will get to see their project that they worked on throughout the summer. And don't worry, it's easy stuff. So the class schedule this is for the regular kids, right? The older kids. So a typical day for the 5-week program, this is Monday through Thursday, okay? Fridays are half days, but Monday through Thursday, we start off with grab and go breakfast. We'll have a class, first hour, second hour lunch, third hour, fourth hour, then we'll have energize and vitalize. We'll kind of get your blood flowing, get you up and moving, do some announcements, and we do like a study session. Parents, we want to mold our students to have good study habits. And so, you know, if they have poor study habits, this is a time in the summer where we kind of get them to do that and have that scheduled when they're done with school. I know it sounds kind of lame, but it's necessary for their future. After the study session, we have dinner, and then from 6 to 9, there'll be free time or activities. So every evening's packed. We have lots of different things going on. And I think you guys have the activity calendar. It'll show what's going on in those evenings. Lights out is at about 10 o'clock. That doesn't mean you have to go to sleep, just you have to be in your room with your door shut.
What time out? So I know for those returning students, we're experimenting with the early study session, and previously we did it that night, but we heard from a lot of students that they'd rather have that get out of the way and has a little bit more relaxing time. So we're gonna experiment with that this summer. But then also, you'll notice our first classes start at 8 o'clock. It's when you get all this stuff in. So you guys have to get up a little bit earlier and get going a little bit earlier for your first class. But hopefully this new schedule, we can have some more evening time for you guys to relax and catch up fun. homework and things like that.
Yeah, study session used to be right before bed and it was just like people wanted downtime. There's the calendar for the June, it's everything in orange for the freshman focus. This is like activity for July and August. Stipends and deductions. So every student gets $20 a week to participate in Upward Bound. So it's basically like everyone starts with $20 and then as you're bad and horrible and terrible, we take money away from you. No, I'm just kidding. But there are consequences for action. So, you know, sometimes like I've had to take away like a $5 stipend for somebody like, you know, that's generally normally a good student and sometimes they don't take it well, but I'm like, look, like rules are rules, next week you can do better. So it's just kind of, and it's not a ton of money anyways, that they're only getting $20 a week, but they can use that on the weekends when we go on trips, so that way they at least have some spending money. There's academic deduction. So if they're absent from class, I don't know how they would be absent from class, like we're all together. But if they decide to sneak off and leave, $20, $10 or $20, that's usually not a thing. Arriving late to class, $2 or $4. Later missing homework. I don't know why there's so much time to get your stuff done. Like it's not even hard stuff either. We give you a little bit of homework, but there is a $3 deduction for not having it, and the teachers assess that. There's behavior deductions. You know, no, these are very rare. Like you guys in general want to be here, but it can be $5 to $10 to $20 not complying with the staff member. If you harass or intimidate other students, that's a full-on $20 loss. Under the influence of alcohol or drugs, complete loss, violence, breach of privacy, like stealing somebody's phone, maybe recording a video of somebody without them knowing, you know, like let's see, like online bullying and harassment, that kind of stuff, unacceptable. So if you lose your room key, they're charging us $50 to have that replaced. So we're gonna charge you $20 out of your stipend, all right? Now, if you think like, oh, well, I already lost my $20 for this week, I can do whatever, and we're gonna start taking it out for the future weeks. So, or come up with something. But anyways, in general, most students get the full $20. Yes, the freshman focus students do get it for their 1 week that they're here. So they'll get it in the morning before we go to lacrosse. So you have some spending. Meal wristbands, if you lose that, they charge us $5. So guess what? We'll take the $5 out of your stipend. So you just gotta start being responsible. And I'm the kind of guy that loses everything. I never know where my keys are. So I mean, I get it, but like that's what happens. Were you about to say something?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, you'll all get a lanyard where you're checking if you're beyond before that. Keep track of that. Your wristband, if you do lose it, it happens. I mean, like I said, somebody's always losing the wristband, it's not that big of a deal. Please do not skip a meal because you don't want to pay the $5. We'll just take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
No big one.
Yeah, we've had students like not eat because they didn't have their wristband, and like that's not, you still have to tell us at some point. I know I'm really scary, but you can tell me. Speaking of that, steps. We just have, obviously, like we're an academic program, and so we have to have policies in place, like if things happen. So we have steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not going to go super in depth. You can find them on our website. But basically, a step 1 is just a written disciplinary report. Maybe it's a small problem, but that's been repeated a couple times, or maybe it's a kind of like a misdemeanor. I don't know. I'm equating crimes with steps. Step 2, we take away privileges. That typically comes after receiving a step 1, but you know, if it's more egregious, I guess we can jump right up to step 2. Step 3 is result to a 1 to 3 day suspension. If it happens, we just kind of send you home and let you kind of rethink, and you can come back and fix the problem. Step 4, I don't remember, since I've been here, we've never had a step 4, but I'm still waiting for it. So hopefully we get one this year. We get to dismiss somebody from the Upward Bound program. Just kidding. I want it all here.
For the parents and guardians of the room, we do not, are you ever looking that you're doing progress? If you get
an email from me, or from the hall director, or a phone call, then we already know that we've already tried other things, so, like, we won't threaten to go further. So, we won't let you know when. Generally, our kids are very awesome. We haven't had major discipline problems, but I've been here a long time. We haven't had any drug or alcohol issues, at all, so, just, don't worry about that. Our kids are good. So, all right.
All right, weekends and appointments. I kind of started that early in my presentation. I got on a tangent when I was showing you the website, but again, well, first of all, if you're here for the 5 weeks, everybody goes home for the 21st to the 23rd, and you come back about on Sunday at like 4 p.m. or something like that, but we'll have all that information given to you. But you don't need to check out for that. That's an automatic. But again, oh, I wanted to talk about this. Yeah, so I just want to give you an example. So in the past, we had students just like, just check out whenever, and then one weekend we paid like thousands of dollars to go on this trip. And we got 2 buses and ordered all this food, and then like 30 kids checked out on Friday. And we only needed like half of a bus maybe. And so we wasted all of our program's money. So this is also a way for us to save our money. So again, if you can please plan your weekends and let us know ahead of time. Please don't surprise us unless it's a good reason or an emergency. All right, so use that online form. If you already know your dates, you can do it now as they're saying here or when you get home, but we'll remind you at check-in and then we'll confirm all the dates. Yes, there's going to be one-offs where you may need to leave or check out for an appointment, but those should be very minimal. Oh, also students can only leave who's on their transportation permission slip. We've had, obviously we've had maybe like a friend come to get a student once and like the parents didn't know about it. So we don't want that kind of stuff happening. So we need to know like who's coming and taking your child. We're responsible for them.
I think we have a question up there.
Question? Do you get paper money or what? Or what? Well, you get physical cash. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's 6 inches long. Yeah. It's okay, I don't carry cash either. If I could Venmo you the money, I would. Yeah, it's yeah, summer jobs, great question. We kind of go over this when we talk about the program to the kids, but so we issue a letter to all. I don't know if we automatically give it to everybody anymore. No. So if you request it, we give a letter to. It's a nice fancy letter that says, "Hi, this student so and so will be participating in the Upward Bound program," and we explain what it is. We talk about that it's very important, and they've made this decision to do this. Please give them time off. I've never had a student not be able to get off because of the letter we gave them. Now, those of you that live in Pointer, Wisconsin Rapids are a lot closer, so it is easier to have a job, maybe. So like I would say on the weekends, it would be really hectic if like you're getting your work schedule every other week and then you're having to like check out and figure it out. So I would first, I would suggest don't work in the summer at all. And 2, if you have to, like limit it to weekends. And then just know that if you go home on the weekends to work, you're gonna miss out on the trips that we go on, okay? So we provide documentation, and it's scary to ask off. I remember being in high school and I had a family trip and I didn't wanna tell my boss I had to take off. And then like, I told my parents I asked off and then I just didn't go to work. And like, cause I was afraid to talk to my boss. So like, these are life skills that your students are gonna have to get used to doing and like letting people know like, hey, I have other commitments and this is important to me and having that conversation. So did that answer your question? Anna Marie, you cannot work next summer. What'd you say? I can.
Any of us.
Yeah, any of us. I would just email the Upward Bound @uwsp.edu, or or send us the text if any of the students are signed up for text to say, hey, I need a letter, the work letter. I need a letter for work. Yeah.
I have a question.
The question was, do parents need to be
On the
on the permission slip? And no, as long as like the parents' information was on like the paperwork, that's fine. But like if maybe you have maybe if you come from a single family home and you only included one, like the mom, and then we didn't know there was a dad in the picture and dad comes to pick up, then that's where you would put the dad on permission slip. Someone online had a question?
I had a question. So sorry about that. So do you recommend having a job
No,
during like school?
no. Oh,
Because
during
it does
school?
give us credits
During
for
school?
graduating high school.
Are you saying during school or during summer?
During school.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and well, I see a lot of our students, come from lower income families, and that's fine. I did too, or working class families where, you know, like maybe you get a car and you have to pay for things. But I also see a lot of students that focus on their job then and then lose sight of like their future career of like going on to college. So it's a balancing act. But yes, work experience is always a good thing. Yes. As long as you don't overdo it. I would keep it under 15 hours. Yes, in the back. What about sports? Yeah,
Okay, we realize that everybody has other lives outside of work. So we generally, when we have an event, we usually try to give students a whole month notice so that, and if you say, oh, I have a cross country meet, I'm gonna show up late, or because you can just let us know that, or if you have, like, let's say you're getting confirmed on a day that we're having an event. That's totally fine. You have to fill out what's called an excused absence and just tell us what's happened. But hopefully that's not happening every time. Come to as much as you can and always let us know when you can. Extracurricular activities are awesome. They're good things for you to do. We want you to do.
yes.
But at least make up
I also
every once in a while.
I have another question. Do we need to bring our phones exactly for the summer?
You can.
Is it
It's
recommended?
very common that people do. And then, you know, obviously if it becomes a problem, like we'll do that on a case by case basis. But yes, you can bring your phone, of course.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep going on and then we'll have a Q&A at the end. Sound good? We're almost done, I think.
Yes.
Alrighty, so this is the residence hall floor plan. Again, we will be at Hanson Hall this year, and each dorm room will have 2 desks, 2 chairs, 2 beds, 2 dressers, 2 closets, 2 mirrors, and 2 garbage cans. And you can get the garbage can bags, yep, at the front desk. So this is the layout. Does anyone have any questions on the layout? Yes, and you will have a roommate. Yes, in the back. Yes, if you want to bring anything, we're gonna go over things to bring, but you can absolutely bring your own garbage can. In the back, yes? They are not lofted, and I don't know, can we get them lofted, Judy?
I'm not quite sure, because I know the university switched to some different kind of bedding, so they might be like partially lofted, but you can't go get anything to put it up higher. or anything. Yeah. For the bed sheets, some people ask this. Some people, if you can find them extra long bed sheets, like Alicia, did you have regular twin size that don't work?
Twin XL.
You did? Okay. So if you can find extra long bed sheets, that's the best. But otherwise, I think twins work on there too. So yeah, that is one of the things we'll talk about in bringing. But if you want to make your room, if you want to bring coasters or little knick-knacky things or whatever you want to make your room comfy, you can. So just remember that if you're, actually, we're going to be in the 1st and 2nd floor, so I won't even say we have to go up to the 4th floor. So whatever you want to bring, just know whatever comes into your room also has to go out at the end. So, yeah.
Yes, that is the floor plan. Again, and you can move things around. However, at the end, when you move out, we ask that you do move everything back to how it was. As far as meals provided, in the morning, we have a grab and go breakfast. It'll be like granola bars, fruits, Does that sound right, Jeff? Muffins,
Yeah.
a lot of options, and that'll be at Hanson Hall. And then for lunch and dinner, we'll be at Lower DeBow, Upper DeBow, and on field trips, we'll just eat wherever we are, so you don't ever have to pay for any meals. And then we will have snack every night at Hanson Hall basement, and you are allowed to bring your own snacks. Any questions on meals? All right. For laundry, we have laundry in the basement of Hanson Hall. Laundry is free, but it is open only on Sundays, I believe. And we can provide laundry detergents and dryer sheets, but feel free to bring your own.
Okay, we do have what's called the Allen Fitness Center. It's kind of like going to a gym, basically. So if your student would like, this is only for the 5-week students, by the way. So if you would like to be able to work out on certain times, I think we'll have, was it 3 days a week? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 1:30 to 2:40, and then again from 5:30 to 7. So if you wish to have permission to go over there with a staff person, you have to fill out the Allen Center permission slip form. That's also. They got it today. It's also on our website, and we can also have you fill one in. I checked it. It's not on our website. Okay. So one of these days it will be on our website. Yeah, and that is totally free. You don't have to pay anything. So, but you cannot go by yourself. So just so you know, we have to go with a group of people in the staff. And visitors. All right, visitors. Parents and guardians, you can come visit. We just ask that you look at our activity calendar, make sure that we're not going to be like in the Wisconsin Dells or Oshkosh or something. So we recommend that if you want to come visit your student, we do it like on I think Sunday afternoons is pretty much the best night to do that. If you want to, if you're going to be, hey, I'm going to be in Stevens Point, I want to come up and take my kid out to dinner or go get ice cream, that's totally fine. Just fill out that checkout form and let us know when you come in and when you go. Yes, please don't do it 5 nights in a row with that. So that's totally fine. If you have students, if you have a significant other or other friends who want to come visit you, they can only visit you during free times, and that has to be in the lobby of the residence hall or outside. They cannot go up to your room. Only a parent or guardian can go in your beyond the floor. And that's a security thing. So we don't know who these other people are, right? So if you want to have people visit you, that's fine. We kind of also discourage it because you're not interacting with your upward bound kids, but it's not out of the question. Yes, yes, yes. Well, siblings can go up, like if they're with their parent guardian, that's fine. Yeah. Let's see. There will be a sign-in book at the front desk. So when you come in, it has a visitor, just have them sign in the front desk. So we know that they're there. And then if a visitor does start posing some issues, we will tell them that they are no longer welcome to come visit us. All right. So because our students are all under the age of 18 and the state of Wisconsin has all these lovely little rules for under 18-year-olds, students are not allowed to go off campus without a parent or guardian or with one of our staff members. So usually during their free times, we might have say, hey, we're all going to go to Starbucks after class or Dunkin' Donuts. If you want to go meet in the lobby at this time, then you can go. But if you decide on your own, I want to go to Starbucks and get a coffee in the morning, that's a big no-no. We don't want to have those conversations. So all those off-campus excursions, you have to be with the staff person. Our students also do have to be escorted. Oh, this isn't working anymore. Maybe speak closely. Students also do have to be escorted everywhere on campus as well. So when we walk from the residence hall to class, they'll be all as a group with a staff member going to any activities. And that's just, again, a state law. They're not letting any minors be by themselves on campus, basically. So, let's see, alarms. We didn't bring one to show you, but we do have what's called motion detectors, and they're like little alarms that we put on the hallway doors in the evening. So if somebody is coming and going, it's going to be a huge, big alarm. Did any student hear those last year? They're pretty loud, right? Yeah. Okay. That's not also a security feature. So if we know somebody's coming in the residence hall who shouldn't be there, the doors are always locked. So we have to have an access key. Students will not have an access key to outside doors, only have a key to their room. So if an alarm goes, the alarms are just set, after 10 o'clock at night, and they don't come down till I think 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's just to alert us if somebody's in the building or somebody's trying to leave and we know that somebody's probably not where they're supposed to be at that time. All right. This is what to bring.
So here is a list of things to bring. I'm not going to read everything, but I do want to point out, we did send an email to the counselors at your school, so you should be able to bring your Chromebooks. If not, please let us know. We also have iPads, except the freshmen don't get iPads. Is that correct? Yep, so, and then please bring maybe like a swimsuit, because we're gonna have a pool party. Anything on here that you want to bring. We've had students that bring like TVs and refrigerators and everything. So it's just really what your student thinks they'll need to survive the 5 weeks on campus. Pants? Long pants for biology, please, and closed-toed shoes. For all science classes, because we'll be in these science labs. Yes. Do sweatpants work is the question. Yes, as long as they cover your legs.
The big thing is Benny and me, and you need to bring your own towels, and you've got to bring your own clothes and blankets and whatever. No, it's a community bathroom, but they're all private stalls on.
And this year, our 5-week session, our dance is gonna be on a boat. The chief will pack a boat, right? Yeah, so you can bring any formal dress that you wish to wear. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, we'll be on a boat, so that'll be. There's Jackie. Hi, Jackie. She's in all right. Are you good? She's in all right for the summer. Yes. Yes, we will be going to Trees for Tomorrow. It's kind of like Suez, and you can bring a sleeping bag if you want.
It's missing a cookie. Oh, we
Oh,
put it at
there's-
the end.
Oh, okay. Or bedding, yep. All right. Nope, you're good. Here, I will pass this to Judy.
Does anyone need to use the restroom? maybe?
Does anybody want to just stand up and talk a little bit more? Howard. All right. All right, let us know ASAP if you're going to be attending summer school, so like some students, especially locally here, like if you're gonna be taking classes at Scratch, let us know so that we can plan into your schedule. If you're gonna be starting late because of summer school or have to do some kind of online class, please let us know so we can build that into your class schedule. We went over visitors. Also, if your student has, is on any kind of like 504 plan or IEP, it's extremely helpful if we have that, so we can give the students the same accommodation as much as we can, that they would get in school. Like if the student needs extra time on a test, please let us know that so we can make sure that we want them to be as successful as possible. See, personal vehicle, if you're driving a personal vehicle to campus, you will have to pay $65 to pump it all summer. There's a designated parking lot, and you have to keep your keys behind the desk and can only use it. Only drive yourself, you can have others.
Easiest if you don't bring it.
Yeah, it's easiest if we don't bring it, we understand sometimes students need to have their car to go back. Let's see, day students will be gone. That's again on that little half sheet that you gotta check in, the little QR code and fill out that form. It's also on our website. We're gonna harp on that. We don't want to lose a whole bunch of money this year. Or have to have a whole lot of hassle keeping track of where students are coming and going. Where to send your mail-in packages, that's also on that little half sheet. Do not send things to Hampton Hall. What's that?
I'm just gonna.
Send them to the Upward Bound office and we'll get it to the student. UB cell phone, that number is also Brendan, our hall director, that cell phone number's on that tab sheet. It's also on our homepage or our summer session page.
Use that anytime they need to contact us.
Yep. Yep, trees for tomorrow forms again, August 5th. We're going to trees for tomorrow, Eagle River. They want us to have you fill out all that health medical information they had to do for Upward Bound only on their form, so it should be pretty easy. You can turn that stuff in at check-in. What else? Anything else?
Yep, that's it. Let me look at it.
Yeah, okay, here's our Kahoot, then we'll follow up with a Q&A, and then you guys are out of here, so. We're doing pretty good, we were supposed to go till 8. All right, there's only a limited number of players, so maybe parents don't join if. I don't think too many parents joined last time. Oh, I didn't even click it, okay. What's the sound? Oh my god. What's the limit? That's it? There's only 20?
I need you to be able to.
Dang, I was gonna upgrade this before I started. All right, how do you inform Upward Bound of the dates and times the student will be leaving for appointments or weekends home? Yes, do not call us. Do not email us. Fill out the form on our website. Andrew, who's Andrew? Oh God, he's back. He's back for more. Which of these items are you not required to bring if you don't want to? That's correct. You know what? Actually, the formal dress clothes was too. But I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, Akira, nice. Is Akira here or is she in online? Impose online. Who's JC? Oh, we got the same initials. Jeff Christensen. If you lose your room key, how much money gets taken out of your $20 weekly stipend? $20, all of it, because how much do they charge us? $50. That should be a step 4 for losing your key. Automatic suspension. When should you notify Upward Bound of the dates and times you'll have to leave for things like appointments or weekends home? By move-in day. You need to know those by move-in day, unless it's like a random thing, then it just as soon as possible. Was that all of them? No, we have one more. All right, if parents or guardians need to contact the Upward Bound staff, how should they proceed? And this is for summer. Like if, let's say it's summer, they're on campus, you need to reach out to us. What do you do? All of these would work, but the best and what you should do is just call the hall director, Brendan. You can text him or call him. The Upward Bound cell phone number is on our sheets. On the half sheet, you'll also get that at time of check-in.
Yeah, and that's especially true, even if it's like an emergency in the middle of the night,
Hey Jeff,
Yes.
you can call Brendan.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. It's your, is it Akira? Can anybody else online hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Yep.
We can hear.
Scott can hear.
Well, she
I
won,
would
but
check
she can't
if
hear
like
me,
she
so-
has muted us, because it might have been a bug where it muted.
Okay, who's Cassie? All right, come on down, Cassie. Who's Jordan? Jordan, come on down. All right, we're gonna open up to a Q&A. Judy has one last final words of wisdom to pass on.
I don't know how wise it is, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the aftercare. The school we're gonna be doing this summer, so each student is gonna have a schedule practice, whether they kind of work classes in the district school, where they go back to school, or she has a guidance for each semester. And then you will also give it a little bit like the community as well. So, what I wanted to say about that is like, we're an academic program that we put our priority, so. We ask the students always to try their best. We know you're not gonna know everything, we know, you're not supposed to know a whole lot. If you're taking stuff in the fall, so just always try your best, put forth an effort, be willing to learn and try, you're not gonna know a lot, so. I just wanted to say that, we will not be giving grades to students, but what happens at the end of the summer program is that I send home, a credit recommendation, and the parent can read a summary of the student's progress, and then that gets sent to their high school, and then most of our high schools are giving students half credit to a full credit elective for coming back for that. So you know that will be coming to you. All right, I guess we'll open it up to questions.
All right. Oh, I forgot your name again. But your drawing was awesome, and you had a really good interview. What? What homework are they getting for ninth grade?
Okay, so you guys only there for a week, obviously, it's not gonna be fun. Every night, we have to do that 3:20, you're gonna have a 90-minute study period to get your homework done. So like the writing teacher might give you a sort of a writing assignment. I know when UB 101, we're gonna give you a little bit of assignment to do every day. So somebody can just want to.
I can't, because also I don't know what the teachers are gonna do, but it's never anything really difficult. I mean, it can be challenging sometimes, but it's like you're not graded and you don't get a grade.
That's what the RAs are for.
But yeah, the RAs also live in the hall with you, which are current college students, and they can help you out as well. You'll also have access to tutor.com if you really need help too, but any other questions? Yes. When do you get to make and receive your schedules? What grade are you? You're going into junior year. We already did that. So we had texted a link out to everybody multiple times, so maybe you didn't get that.
She'll send them up.
I have a question.
Oh, so you want to know when they'll actually find out what you get? You find out at check-in, right? You get
I'm
your
gonna-
schedule at check-in, but we might send it ahead of time.
I'm gonna wait for you guys to be done with school, and then I will email out your schedules. What was your name? Cassie, okay, I did get your responses, so thank you. I will email those out after school. Did someone have a question online?
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter?
So one time my RA wasn't there. Do we ask the other RAs? If we had questions?
Oh, yeah, they'll only be assigned. So the RAs do get off. It sucks for them because they work like 24 hours nonstop, but they get one 24-hour period off. It's not much, but they're usually sleeping during that time. But yes, you'll be assigned somebody else. So how do we know our roommates and how can we pick them? There was like a room form that we filled out. That where you would have included like any accommodations of like who you're comfortable living with. And there was a spot on there to maybe write that in. So if you need to make a request, if you've already filled that out and you need to make another new request or something, I would just email us. Let's see, Poe, do you have a question? And Hunter, just so you know, you're the only one with their camera on, so like the whole room sees you. There you go. I just had to tell you, just in case you picked your nose.
I'll just say mine.
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
One of our peer
Okay.
coaches this summer.
Hello, everyone. So for freshman focus, I know that the peer mentors are coming to that. Is our stuff staying there the week we are gone, or we're taking that back and then bring it back for the 5 week?
Yeah, you're gonna take it back. So pack light the first week. Yeah, don't bring your 57-inch TV. Unless you want to leave it with me.
I'm good.
Any other questions?
One potentially bigger.
Keegan,
Like, when some kids stay there and like.
Not sure I understand.
Okay, so like, there was 4 days you can like. Opt out?
There's not 1 week where everybody has to go home, the 21st to 23rd, and then I think the other 4 weekends, there's the option to completely go home. You don't have to
Yeah.
go home now, but tell us what other 4 weekends like you can-
for those of you online, the question was about like which weekends can you go home? Like, you don't have to ever go home except for that one, for the 5 week. You can stay the whole thing and then just go home during that break and come back and never go back. But we just suggest that if you go home, we suggest pick a weekend or two.
The only weekend you have to go home is the 21st.
And can you like send an email or a note so that we can send Scott Barge
Just one.
he wants the inclusivity plan form with like who you list of,
I will-
okay.
No.
Ashley Creer, I'm not sure what you're asking. No link either that I know, but Hunter is only able to. Oh, I think that's his mom. And he asked a question. Oh, has anyone tried filling it out?
Then it's only open to the first day.
He's only coming the Thursday. He's only able.
Hunter's coming for 1 day only. Oh, I didn't, did we know about that? Well, let's talk one-on-one with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that will work.
A link mentioned for scheduling. Oh, the freshmen don't get one. The freshmen won't get one. They don't get a,
Oh, yeah, the freshmen,
We're not able to hear you.
the freshmen all take the same thing. They don't take classes, we just have a program for the week built for them. So there's no schedule to fill out.
Since I did 8th grade, do I do like the 5 weeks or 1 week?
Yeah, Hunter, you'll be here 5 weeks now.
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking
wait.
not.
Is this Hunter Lovett?
Yeah,
Yes, you're here 5 weeks.
okay.
All right, if anybody wants to head out, thank you for coming. If you have more questions, we're gonna stay up here and answer them. If you need help with Camp Doc, come down, we'll get it straightened out. I will look through these beautiful drawings. I think I already picked, I'm pretty sure I want that one.
The glittery one,
I don't know who that is.
It's
Lucas.
Lucas, you win the coloring contest. So I'm gonna mail you a gift card. Do you want Starbucks or Amazon? Amazon, okay.
Bye, thanks for coming.
And you can come up, and if you have personal questions that you want to ask in front of everyone, we'll talk one-on-one. Come on up, we'd love to meet you. Everyone online?
What do you mean by like the 1 day I was spacing out?
Okay, how about I can get you one when I come to